Hello and welcome to New Year. This year I decided that I want to do TBRs for the month, but not really sticking to these TBRs and having pressure, but having some guidelines maybe what to choose. But I'm a mood reader, so probably I won't read most of the books from the TBRs. But because this is the first video, the first TBR, I want to tell you the rules of my TBRs. I wanted to not really create a TBR game, but just a feel of a game, let's say. So, the rules of my TBRs. So, I created at least 24 books for 2024, video coming soon, hopefully. And because we have 12 months in the year, shockingly, to actually read 24 books, I want to choose 2 books from this list. Then, I already forgot, I've got this calendar from the book subscription in WeCreate, and this calendar has a landscape for every month, and every landscape is connected to some books. And for example, in January is Lunar Chronicles, there's like landscape quote, and now for a series name or a book name. And then random number generator. My TBR list, digital TBR, is like 800 books, and I already forgot what books I put there, and I have no way of choosing books really. I would choose just the newest ones, and I wanted to make it more random. So I'm gonna randomize a number and then see if the book I randomize is still calling my name. And if it's not, I'm gonna randomize the next number and delete the last draw from my TBR list. And 2 more books. So TBR jar, physical TBR. Like, it seems like not a lot of books. I don't have hundreds on my physical TBR. It's like 40, I think. And some of them are not in my current apartment, but they are in my family's house. So we're gonna see how it goes. And also, I'm just using a lot of things from Create. This is also from Create. It's TBR card game, and here are like prompts. So we're gonna use that. I think that really on the physical TBR, just I'm gonna choose a book that will meet the criteria. So this will be the 6 books that I will choose for my monthly TBRs, but like, let's say for a calendar, there are some books that I really don't want to read, so I'm not gonna read them, and also some books that I've already read, so we're gonna also talk if something changes. But let's start with January TBR. So firstly, I want to talk what books I want to finish actually this month, and there is a long list. Not really, 4 books on. So let's start with physical books. This is The Principle of Moments. I don't have a hardcover, but it's science fiction with fantasy elements. I think it's classified as an adult fiction, but it really feels like YA, I would say. It has some... Has it? I wanted to say that it has some graphical pictures of violence, but I'm not sure now. But I started it last month, like around Christmas. I have like this much left. It's around 70 pages, 100, something like this. So I'm for sure going to finish that soon. Next book, which I started in November. It's not going well. It's Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and I really like the Night Circus, although it was very slow and it also took me a long time. But when I started this book, I was obsessed. I was like, yes, that's it. And this obsession only took 50 pages. So 550 more pages to go. I don't know if I'm going to finish this book this month. We're gonna see. But I want to make progress at least. Next book I also started in December is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snake by Susan Collins. I went to watch a film and I got obsessed with Hunger Games again, and I really wanted to rewatch and reread Hunger Games. Also, I didn't really like a film for The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I was like, I hope the book will be better. And I'm currently 20 pages in. Oh no, 22 pages in, so not a lot is going on, but I started annotating this book really heavily. You cannot see really annotations here because I mostly make annotations in my notes app, but I'm gonna transfer them and make comments in the book. So we'll see, because I don't know if I'm actually able to stick to annotating that heavily. And the last book I want to finish this month is Iron Flame. Maybe I started it this month. I can't remember. I started listening to this book and I am 50% through, and it is audiobook, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish this month. That for the books that are my actual TBR, let's start with 2 books from my 2024 TBR. And the 2 books I want to read this month is The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrian Young. And spoiler alert, I already read that and I really freaking enjoyed this book. But let's give you a really short description of this book. It's basically about a woman who is around 30 and her whole family is having this curse, so every woman from every generation is going crazy at some point in life. And also there is this mystery about her mother's disappearance. She just disappeared and left her with her grandma, and June is kind of obsessed with understanding what happened to her mother, and also with this curse why every woman in their family is getting mad at some point and how to stop it. It is speculative fiction. I really enjoyed it. I started this book not knowing it was speculative fiction, and for the moment I was really confused because I was like, is this magical realism? What is going on? I thought this was a thriller. So yeah, I haven't read any other Adrian Young's book, so I didn't know what kind of books she wrote. But I know now, and I want to read more books from Adrian Young because I really enjoyed this one. And the next one from the TBR list is Feybound. It's fantasy, it's an adult fantasy, and this beautiful edition is from Fairyloot, and when I saw it I was like, yes, please. It also has a blurb from Samantha Shannon, which is an author of The Priory of the Orange Tree, which I didn't enjoy, but I could see why it's so loved. Do I know what this book is about? Not really. Probably about face. But I'm really excited to read that because I have a feeling that I'm gonna love this. So, Feybound. What next? Calendar. I don't want to do calendar this month because it's The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa. Let me see. Marissa Meyer. Yes. And I just have a feeling that I won't like this book. I really I don't like retellings of any kind. I mean, I like retellings when it's really not obvious, but if it's obvious, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not buying that. So this month, no calendar book. But let's go with the fun stuff, which is more randomizing. Let's start with the TBR jar because it's gonna be pretty easy. So, yes, it's actually a book from my 2024 TBR, I think, and it's a study in drowning by a very great. I don't know if you will see that, but yes, I'm very excited. Let me get my copy to show you. It's also a really great copy. It's a beautiful copy also. I'm very excited to read this book. This is YA probably. This is the only thing I know about this book. And also I read one of Avery's books last year. The Wolf and the Wolf Girl. The something Wolf Girl. Which was folklore, I think. I think it was based on some folklore. I really liked the premise. I really liked the writing style, but I didn't like the story in this book. So I'm hoping this one will be the one. Especially that I've heard many great reviews about this book. And also, I'm just always like hopeful when I have beautiful editions of books that I'm gonna like them, because it would be waste of money. So now let's go with TBR cards. Let's shuffle them. Okay, let's go with this hot pink one. So, a book by a queer author. Now this is gonna take some time to find. Let's open my computer. Let's open Storygraph and let's look. Heartstopper Volume 5. I was really waiting for Volume 5 of Heartstopper, and then the date was moved and moved and moved, and then I just kind of lost track. So Heartstopper it is for the month of January, although I'm gonna see if I'm gonna buy Volume 5 because I don't want to spend more money this month on books. So let's see other option. TJ Klune is a queer author. The House in the Cerulean Sea. So for this prompt I'm gonna do either Heartstopper Volume 5 or TJ Klune's The House in the Cerulean Sea. And the last one is random number generator. I will probably generate a number on my phone so I can easily show you, because I really don't want to record my screen on my TBR on Storygraph. I've got 804 books, so we're gonna do 12804 and we're gonna generate, and the number is 464. Let's use my IT skills to not count to 464, although I need to load many books, so it's gonna take some time. I'm hoping that Storygraph will do some API someday. We are close. I loaded up to 300th book, so soon. So my camera turned off because it got too hot. Welcome to the shitty camera editing me, because my camera broke and I don't have a footage saying what book was chosen by random number generator. And the book is Happy Hour by Marlowe Granados, and it's contemporary fiction. So So that's the book. I wanted ChatGPT to give me a very short description and it couldn't find it, so that sucks. But I read some reviews, I read the description of Storygraph, and it seems like Sally Rooney, but worse. I love Sally Rooney, by the way, so I think I'm gonna read this book and let's hope I will like it. I really like the cover of this book. Like this abstract random block of colors. And it's pretty short, it's only like 280 pages, so I'm gonna see. I'm kind of worried, but hopefully it will be great. 10 books kind of on this TBR. Let's go through them very quickly. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. Paybound by Sarah L. Arifi. The Principle of Moments by Esme J. Kemi Pearson. Ironfly by Rebecca Yarros. Happy Hour by Marlo Granados. The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klum. And Heartstopper Volume 5 by Alice Osman. So I think that's all. Thank you so much for watching. I see you soon with probably 2024 TBR, and I'm gonna talk about my plans and books I'm excited about. See you then. Bye bye.